Just no complaints from me today, Tim.
And you get to pull out a full sweater, you know.
Yeah,
it was a nice day today.
Sweater weather with the sun.
Yeah, and it's that kind of day where you have a difficult time getting dressed in the morning. Sometimes it's cold, and then it gets warm. That's how it's going to be tomorrow. Bernie Murphy today in Plymouth, Massachusetts says, what a blessing. What a gorgeous day today. Capturing the fall colors there on the harbor, Plymouth Harbor, overlooking the water, which was a reflection of the blue sky. There's Plymouth Long Beach. Today in Plymouth, the temperature made it to 62. It's pretty climatologically average for this time of year. 48 this morning was chilly, and we picked up about 0.2 of an inch of rain in Plymouth, Massachusetts. There were some areas in New England, Keene, New Hampshire, Southwick, Massachusetts, that got close to 2 inches of rain, and the foliage is progressing very rapidly. You saw beautiful color all the way down to Plymouth, Massachusetts. Moderate to strong color now right down into southern New England. Peak foliage now right down to Mount Snow and places like Gunstock and Lake Winnipesaukee, peak foliage, same thing at Sunday River. And we're actually starting to rake leaves now at Sugarloaf and Cannon Mountain. Mount Mansfield actually had a little bit of snow in the air this morning, right before the sky cleared. It was just 34 degrees, where yesterday it was 58. Boston, 57, also reported about 0.2 of an inch of rain last 24 hours. And then there's been rain and snow mixed around Lake Superior, Lake Huron, and the ground has turned white in central Ontario. A huge vortex has stalled just south of the pole. And then there's also, it's still hurricane season. The Atlantic is incredibly quiet, but the Pacific, we have one hurricane after another. This one ramped up to 130 mile an hour yesterday, and now it's back down to 75 miles per hour. So it's a Category 1 hurricane named Simon, and its remnant will cross the nation and get very close to New England with rainfall on Friday. In the meantime, dominating the weather is the vortex in Ontario, with energy just pinwheeling around it. Now, due to its position to our west, the coldest air stays to our west, so we actually are going to go into a warming trend. When the front that came through last night came by, the temperature overnight jumped into the 60s. Most of us, the warmest weather in the last 5 days was midnight last night, when it was about 64. Then this morning, this high came in with cooler air out of the Midwest, but temperatures here were about 10 degrees warmer than they were off to our west, and that is the case. So the cold air comes down, it modifies, and by the time the next front gets in here, technically it's a cold front, but the cold front's going to kind of wash out over us. And with a southerly flow, the temperature could get close to 70 on Tuesday, but also watch this. See this line of yellow in here, orange? That's a line of thunderstorms crossing into Vermont, much of eastern Canada on Tuesday midday. Some showers and storms just south of New England. So we are going to have intermittent rain starting Tuesday afternoon. Most of the time it's not raining, but there will be downpours. There's a lot of energy up in the sky. Wednesday, same thing. Now, as that first front sort of washes out, the next front comes at us, and ahead of each front, temperature tries to warm. In a few spots on Wednesday, there's the early morning map on Wednesday, a few spots where the sun comes out, notice the rain lifts north, could get to 70 to 75 on Wednesday, and there's more cold air back into the west. So really kind of a challenging forecast, timing the precipitation, getting the temperatures right. Here is the 7-day forecast. Tomorrow we know is a beauty, high confidence, and a lot of Tuesday will be dry, but there could be a thunderstorm, especially west and north. Temperatures get close to 70, same thing on Wednesday, and then an abrupt wind shift and turning colder on Thursday. Wind from the west and temperatures in the 50s, and then it could rain a little bit Friday, depending on where that remnant of Simon goes. Parts of New England could get very wet Friday night before cooling and drying next weekend. That's our forecast.
Thanks, Tim. Well, it's a gorgeous day in Rossendale today. Perfect day for the 39th annual Rossendale Day Parade.